Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to MaxSpeedTV. I am your host for tonight's event. My name is KR Stolfus, and you might be wondering, well, just what is tonight's event? I gotta tell you, this is the Racing for a Cause presents One Small Step 125 right here on MaxSpeedTV. Thank you again for joining me once again. How many times can I say again? Let's get this race underway so I can quit talking to myself. Right now, I want to say we are watching Andy Lambert lay down practice. He's third quickest, but Sean Cool is picking up right where he left off. He won last week's event, and he is the quickest car out here in practice right now. Speaking of last week's event and that which is coming up, there you go. We are going to be at Thompson next week for 100 laps. You can see Troy Radford won our season opening race. Sean Cool won last week's race. And here we are at Lanier for 125 laps. Our points leader is Troy Radford. He's got a 5-point lead over AJ Hamill, but Riley Stingem right there as well. I got to tell you, these guys, they are hunting down Troy Radford. And so far tonight, Radford, he is at the very bottom of the practice chart, so don't know what's going on there. Hopefully he'll be able to make some gains and move up through the field. Want to give a big shout out here at MaxSpeedTV, SimSpeedShop.com. A big thank you to them. Hey guys, if you need a button box, check out SimSpeedShop.com. Also want to give a huge shout out to the guy watching from Antwerpen, Belgium. I would try to say that name, but I'm just a redneck American and I do not have the sophistication to speak Belgium. I can't even speak proper English most of the time. So thank you for checking in all the way from Belgium. But go ahead and check out SimSpeedShop.com. Also HREMotorsports.com. That is an iRacing team that supports us here at MaxSpeedTV. And so we support them. If you get the chance, check out HREMotorsports.com. Also, Elite 7 Racing. You can find them on Facebook. That is another iRacing team. They really like the door slammers in the dirt. Do a great job in the dirt series. And the Ohio IndyCar League. Hey guys, if you're looking for an IndyCar series to join, check out the Ohio IndyCar League. Those guys broadcasted right here on MaxSpeedTV. And man, I gotta tell you, they're a great group of guys. We enjoy dealing with them here at MaxSpeedTV. And they really enjoy being broadcasted by us. And I also want to give a huge shout out tonight to someone I want to give a thank you to. That's Colby's Eye Paints. This is a personal sponsor that I have, so a big shout out to Colby's Eye Paints. And also want to send some well wishes his way for his family and stuff that he's got going on. So that's Colby's Eye Paints. You can check him out on Facebook. Colby's Eye Paints on Facebook. Man, he does some great work on painting these skins. So anyways, we got the final 30 seconds or so here in Lanier Speedway practice session. So if you get the chance, guys, now's the time to go get one of those. I got mine. I don't know what you're drinking tonight, but this is what I got. So I got to tell you, really excited about this race. Final 4 seconds, and then we're going to jump into qualifying. Checkered flag waving. Qualifying getting ready to start here. All right, qualifying is just kicked off. Green flag waving. This is going to be single car qualifying. There's Wayne McDuff, tonight's Racing for a Cause promoter. He has purchased tonight's race event. And it is the one small step for prader-willi syndrome. So So Wayne McDuff, his first lap puts him on pole with a 13.782, but just like that, he is dropping down into third as Andy Lambert and Alex, don't call me Oreo, Orans, puts it on pole. Alex in the 9 machine, part of the J-Skins racing team. Andy Lambert in the 70 sitting second. Wayne McDuff holding on to third. Brian Rogers sitting fourth. Trying to bring you drivers as they're doing it, but it's going quick, folks. Al Smith sitting in 6th. Mike Holtzclaw, he's out here in the 22 machine. He's jumping up to 6th. He's going to knock Al Smith back a spot. AJ Hamill has not yet turned the lap. He is getting out there, getting ready to go, and there he is. AJ Hamill, one to watch here. Troy Radford, currently sitting 13th spot. He is our points leader coming into tonight's event. You say school in Dutch, huh? Well, Mr. Trillion, hope I get it right. I might get it right one of these times. I appreciate the Dutch language. But, yeah, cheers to you too, man. Thank you for joining me. Riley Stingham sitting third in points here in the 77 machine. He is currently sitting in 4th place on the grid. And that is going to do it for him. He's out there turning laps. So while we have this moment, like we like to do here on MaxSpeedTV, guys, we're going to step away for some of the Star-Spangled American Banner.
We take you down onto the track for our opening ceremonies.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise. Please remove your hats.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Welcome back to Lanier Speedway. We're here in wonderful, wonderful track conditions. Race fans, make sure you tune in now at 107.1 KM, or FM actually. But you know what? Whatever it is, I had to read the wall. Guys, thank you for joining me. Checkered flag has just flown on our qualifying session. And we're jumping into replay for some reason. Good to know. We should be live momentarily, and we are live. People are taking to the grid. So while we can, let's go through our Walls Beard Co. starting grid. On row 1, Alex, don't call me Oreo, Oran, first place with a 13.713. Andy Lambert Going to start second with a 13.757. In third, Wayne McDuff with a 13.782. And on the outside of row number 2, Riley Stingem. Row 3 is going to see Brian Rogers and AJ Hamill. Row number 4, James McIntyre and Mike Holtzclaw. In row 5, Al Smith Jr. and Ricky Harden. Row 6, Ryan Robertson and Justin McDuff. Watch Justin McDuff here in this 20 machine. He's going to be one that's going to find a way to the front if he can keep his nose clean. Matt Ostick and Douglas Wysocki will start row 7. Row 8, Troy Radford, our points leader, coming into tonight, and Rick Greenaway. Row 9, Sean Cool, who is starting without a time due to winning last week's race, and Thomas Quattlebaum. And that is going to make up our starting grid. So Alex Oranz on pole in the 9 machine. Give it up for him with a great job in qualifying.
Green, green, green.
Green flag in the air. Here we go. And Alex getting a good start over the 70 machine of Andy Lambert. Wayne McDuff in the 4, sitting right there. Oh man, he is watching both these two battles side by side. Most of this field still side by side. But Brian Rogers looking to make it 3 wide on Wayne McDuff, but bails out of it. And the 77 of Riley Stingem, he wants to make it to the front here. Giving it all he's got right now. Laps are going to go quick here. It's going to be a fast pace, clicking off laps. That 77 machine is hooked up, man. Want to check in on AJ Hamill, top 3 in points coming into tonight. Right now he's sitting 6th, right behind Mike Holtzclaw in the 22. Hamill was very smooth, very steady driver, so we're here early in the race, but I promise you, if this guy has not been caught up in a wreck, he will find a way to be fighting inside that top 5. We got some cars too wide here. Al Smith, the number 96, and the 21 of Ricky Harden. And that Harden's going to tuck in behind Smith here. Smith going to secure the spot, but right behind them, Justin McDuff and the 20 machine and the 31 of Ryan Robertson. They're still side by side. So the question comes in, will there be pit stops? They may stop if there is a caution, but they are only allowed 1 set of tires for the entire event, and it is reviewed at the end of the race to make sure no one took more than 1 set of tires. But if it goes flag to flag, they do have enough fuel to run out an entire race without having to stop if need be. But Riley Stingem in this 77 machine, man, he is on that loud pedal. He is hauling the mail. He's good night, see you later. Pulling away from the field here. Riley has been fast right from race number 1. In that hashtag pay the bills machine. His partner in crime, his teammate, is not out here tonight. I'm not seeing him. So Riley out riding around all by himself. He's doing a great job so far. He's leading this race. We're going to go on board, looking out the back at the rest of the field. We are on with Riley Stingem as we go on our T&D Rustic Decor cam. You can see Alex, tagging the wall a little bit. As Alex, stop calling me Oreo, KR. Lorenz. running that outside with the 70 of Andy Lambert. Some great racing here throughout this entire field. Brian Rogers, now he is working his way underneath the 9 of Alex Aran. Alex working that high side. He's kind of gotten a little stuck out there, but he's hanging tough, not losing a whole lot of ground. Making it work, doing what he can. Ooh, he gets in the wall once again. Heavy damage on that right front this time. Brian Rogers now working underneath of him. Alex, part of that J-Skins racing team, running the Loco Doco design machine. Looks like Brian Rogers is going to clear him here in the next lap or so. Rogers not quite there just yet, but he's giving it all he's got. AJ Hamill has gotten around the 22 of Mike Holtzclaw. And Wayne McDuff, our third place starter, he's dropped back into 7th place. Had a great qualifying run, but Sean Cool, last week's winner, courtesy of winning that race, he starts at the back, not taking a qualifying time, but here he is, and the yellow flag has come out. Looks like the 21 of Ricky Harden is in trouble here. Let's see if we can't catch what happened as we go to MaxSpeedTV replay. You're very welcome, Rick. All right, the 21 machine, Ricky Harden, driving it down into the corner here. Looks like the 31 just gets underneath him. A little bit of touch, a little bit of bad touch, a little naughty touch, but Ricky Harden, minimal. Oh man, he had minimal damage up until that point. So just a little unfortunate. Looked like a good old short track chrome horn used right there, but nothing ill-willed, I would say. So Ricky Harden has gone to pit road. There's too many Ricks. We got Ricky Harden, Rick Greenaway, and in YouTube chat is Rick Hammond. So anyways, Mr. Hammond, I appreciate your sentiments, and I do what I can for these guys. And I enjoy broadcasting here on MaxSpeedTV, especially for the Racing for a Cause League. Alright, lights have gone out on the pace car. Everyone's forming up. It's going to go quick here at Lanier, so everyone hold on tight. We've already done 25 laps. Green flag in the air once again, and Stinjam getting a huge jump. That outside lane just did not see the green flag or something. Here comes Alex Aran's on the inside. Alex trying to recover from getting in the wall pretty hard. Ooh, and almost makes contact with the 70 of Andy Lambert. Ooh, contact. Mike Holtzclaw going around. Holtzclaw has gone around. Justin McDuff in trouble as well. Watching Mike's Holtzclaw here. A little contact with the 4, and then Sean Cool gets into the back of him. Looks like they're going to try and go 3 wide into turn 2. That didn't work very well. That has sent both Mike Holtzclaw and Justin McDuff around. But Justin McDuff has pulled it behind the wall and packed it up and headed home, along with Douglas Wysocki and Thomas Quattlebaum. I don't think he even started tonight's event. showed up but did not start. So just some close quarter racing right there. 3 wide situation. Not everyone apparently got the memo. Oh man, going way back to Grip TV followers. I haven't streamed for quite a while, but yes, I decided to stop streaming and found my niche in broadcasting and really enjoy this. So yeah, Rick Hammond, man, cool beans, man. All right, so Riley Stingham leading this thing. He has led 26 laps. Alex Arens has led 4, and Andy Lambert has led 1 lap. Sean Cool making his way through the field. He has broke inside the top 10. He's sitting 9th. Had to start shotgun on the field. Per league rules, previous week's winner does not take a qualifying time. All right, so here we go. Green flag flying once again. And Riley getting a great start on the inside. Brian Rogers, though, not letting him get away. Rogers in that 12 machine. He wants a piece of this lead in action. He is not letting Riley get away. Meanwhile, through the field, Andy Lambert in the 70. He's kind of stuck on the outside here, but he's hanging tough. Trying to tuck in behind AJ Hamill in the 18, but the 94, Troy Radford, is not allowing him to do so. Troy Radford, our points leader coming into tonight. Got Sean Cool right behind him. Cool gained 2 spots on that start. He's already in the 7th. We watch this battle unfold. Another caution has come out. Looks like Ryan Robertson has taken heavy damage as we go to our MaxSpeedTV replay. Ryan Robertson in the 31. Down underneath the 81 machine of James McIntyre. Ooh! Looked like a little bit of netcode, and then both drivers get together, cannot get off of each other. And that's going to spin the 31 right around. So some heavy damage to the 31 machine, but he's still out there. Also want to make a note, Douglas Wysocki has made it back out onto the track. He is 14 laps down though. So the 45 machine of Doug Wysocki, don't know what happened to him. Don't know why I pulled off. Maybe we can get a word in later on. But he is back out there. Want to check in on Wayne McDuff. He's sitting in 8th place in that 4 machine. Tonight's featured cause was bought by Wayne McDuff, and this is the One Small Step 125. So hopefully we'll be able to get a word in with him. Haven't talked a whole lot about the 69 machine yet of Rick Greenaway. He's sitting in 14th place right now. He's still out there, still plugging away, and this guy, he's a trooper. No matter what happens, he always tries to get that car to the finish line. But here we go once again. Riley Stingham, Brian Rogers. And there we go. Green flag in the air. Stingham in the 77 getting a good jump. But Alex Arens to the inside. Alex trying to make a move on Brian Rogers. Contact is made. Rogers saves it. Great piece of driving. Alex did get off of him as soon as he could. But here we go. Good old short track racing here at Lanier. AJ Hamill on the outside of the 94, Troy Radford. This is a battle for 5th place. 4-5 car battling for 2nd place if you want to be technical about it. And Rogers looks like he's going to give up a little bit of ground here. He's finally losing out on this high side. This is allowing Riley in the 77 to pull away. Sean Cool sitting 6th place. Matt Ostick in this number 01 machine having a great showing. It's the first time I've got to talk about him. Looks like he's running a hashtag pay the bills as well. So maybe teammates with Riley Stingem. I have, ooh, it looked like Wayne and him were gonna make contact. Ricky Harden has recovered very nicely from his early incident. He's already sitting in 10th place. Al Smith in that 96 machine right behind him. And Andy Lambert, front row outside starter, has fallen all the way back to 9th place right now. Not necessarily running the setup he would like, apparently. His race setup has failed him for now, but he might come on strong. This might be a long run car, so we don't want to count him out just yet, as we are only 52 laps into this 125 event. So not even quite halfway. So Riley has opened up a big lead, almost 1.3 second lead over 2nd place of Alex Oreo Oran. I have special permission to call Alex whatever I want. No one else can call him that. If I have to, I will come over there and I'll give you a wedgie if Alex tells me they're making fun of his last name. I have special permission as I am the broadcaster. Ooh, and Troy Radford and Alex are going at it here for 2nd place. Looks like Radford's going to get it done here. And now Hamill got into the back of Alex there a little bit. Both cars still going. Alex, a great piece of driving, saving that machine. Hamill locked him up, trying to keep it off of him. Yeah, thank you, Rick. We might have to start putting nicknames here in TeamSpeak so that I can call them off. So Alex and Hamill fighting it out here for 3rd place. Sean Cool right behind him. Sean Cool sitting in 5th place. Troy Radford looks like he's closing in now on Riley Stingem. Radford, our season opener race winner, points leader coming into tonight's event, inching his way up into the lead here. We're almost to the halfway point, and here is Troy Radford finding a way to the front. Didn't qualify as well as he would like, but getting close to the halfway point, and here he is. Brian Rogers in the 0-1 of Matt Ostick trying to work it out. Oh man, Rogers almost got into the back bumper there, but able to hang off of him. So we go on board with Brian Rogers with our TND rustic decor cam. And you see just how short you are on the throttle here. Down into the corner, that track, you see drivers starting to drop below that yellow line now. When you get down below that yellow line, as Rogers makes a move here on Matt in the 0-1. Now we're on board with Matt as he rides this high side. Matt gonna clear him, but not cut down in front of him. But as I was saying, as the race wears on, the car is probably gonna get a little bit tight. When your car is tight, dropping down below that yellow line there really allows some rotation from the car, really loosens it up a little bit. So you're gonna start seeing some more and more drivers start hitting below that yellow line, or maybe running in that second lane as the track heats up where they're all running that black strip that they're starting to lay down. That black rubber is going to tighten the cars up. So they're going to try and find a lane where the car maybe isn't as tight as they would like. So we've only had 2 cautions for tonight. The race is clicking off. We're past the halfway point. We're already on lap 71 of 125. Your top 3 are Riley Stingham, Troy Radford, and Alex Arantz. Great battle here for 6th place. We got another great battle here. These 3 cars, they're fighting it out for 3rd. Someone will finish in that final spot on the podium, but who's it going to be? Well, I got to tell you, I don't know.
The yellow flag is out.
The yellow flag has come out. Not sure who it was for. Let's see if we can get a replay of it. I believe I've missed who it's for, so I'm not sure. Ooh, Rick Greenaway going around. So Rick Greenaway had a little help getting around there. But it is what it is. So Greenaway is still able to keep going. Our first car multiple laps down is Douglas Wysocki. He is the only car out on the track that is laps down. We got drivers coming to pit road. Be looking for, ooh, a gamble by Sean Cool. Sean Cool is going to stay out, along with Brian Rogers. But Riley has come to pit road, so our leader, he's led the most laps. Riley Stingham led 70 laps, has made a pit stop here. Alex Arantz on pit road as well. So it looks like our new leader is going to be A.J. Hamill in the 18 machine. So big shakeup here with pit stops coming just a little bit past the halfway point. Holtzclaw on pit road now. Looks like Holtzclaw is going to lose a lap. A lot of drivers going to lose a lap here that made pit stops. Once the field forms up here, we will go through everything, give you a quick rundown. So Troy Radford in the 94 machine made a pit stop.
Green flag, green
He
flag.
has lost a lap. Green flag is flying. Hamill has gotten away here cleanly. Sean Cool on the outside in the 24. and the 70 goes, oh man, does he save it? I think he did. No yellow. Very close there. Andy Lambert, great piece of driving right in the middle of a group of cars. Everyone's able to keep going, but AJ Hamill and Sean Cool, these guys getting ready to fight it out. You see the 22 of Mike Holtzclaw back on pit road once again. The Green Mountain Madman, according to YouTube chat, the 18 machine out in front. Sean Cool with a little bit of rear end damage. That's all right. Put a Band-Aid on it, Sean, and it'll be fine. The 77 of Riley Stingham. He's got some fresh tires. Here he comes. He is on some very fresh rubber, and he is carving his way through this field. Put him in 5th place. Rick Harden not going to stand a chance here. Harden on the outside. Stingham working it on that inside. Working it. Feeling the flow. There he goes. Now he's set his sights on Brian Rogers and the 94 Troy Radford. But Troy Radford is currently scored a lap down. Radford's going to try and have to work really hard here and get another lucky break. Get his yellow caution. He's going to get his lap back here the hard way. As long as we stay green, but then he's going to need a caution to catch back up to the field. Sean Cool is going to pull aside, not even going to fight him here. So Troy Radford caught a lap down, but he's got these fresh tires. Highway to the danger zone. Troy Radford right in front of Sean Cool, and between him is AJ Hamill. Hamill to the outside now. He's going to let Radford around. But that is not really going to be a smart move in the end, because here comes the 77 of Riley Stingham. Riley did not lose a lap. He has got 4 fresh tires, and he is looking for a way to take back the lead. Troy Radford, he desperately needs yellow. Radford is... Oh, Sean Cool saves it! Yes, he did. Sean Cool with a great save. He's going to lose some ground there. So now, AJ Hamill. Hamill has got 0 pit stops. He is on the original tires. Riley Stingham. He made a pit stop under that last caution. He's got 4 fresh tires. Got about 17 green flag laps on those tires. You can see a huge difference that it is making. Riley giving some room here, giving a little bit of leeway. Both those guys gonna walk away. Look like Riley, now he makes a move down to the inside. Pass for the lead. Here we go. Hamill not really gonna be able to put up much of a battle. That is gonna put Riley back into the lead. He has led the most laps tonight. He's led 71 laps in tonight's 125 event, so excuse me, big coughing fit right there. Throat got a little dry. Probably not enough whiskey. All right, so now Hamill is going to give up a spot to Sean Cool. So put Sean Cool up into 2nd place. Started shotgun on the field, and here he has made his way all the way up into 2nd. Alex Oran, he is one lap down. He's one of those guys that got caught a lap down from his pit stop. But he is trying to get his lap back. Man, I don't think he's got anything from Riley to be able to track him down and unlap himself. Riley is flat out flying. Troy Radford, still the last car on the lead lap. Unfortunate for him, he may not get the yellow he needs, but we are here at Lanier. Anything could happen. But he is running out of time very fast here to make anything of it. So Radford tonight sitting in 11th place, came in as the points leader, gambled on a pit stop but just could not get it done fast enough to get out before the pace car came around and trapped him a lap down. Wayne McDuff here is sitting in 6th place, making a move on Brian Rogers. McDuff had fallen back, and now it looks like he's starting to charge through the field once again. Doing a great job here tonight. He's got to get Brian Rogers cleared. Might just have him cleared this time around. And he does. And Alex Oran, Alex is losing ground here to the 81 machine of James McIntyre. So Alex, fresh tires have already starting to give up on him. And he is losing ground to some of these guys that were on the lead lap still. Wayne McDuff is already on the back bumper of the 81 of James McIntyre. Check in on Troy Radford here. The 22 and the 69, those are lap down cars, so this is not a battle for position. Andy Lambert is sitting in 10th. Troy Radford is 11th. And Lambert is about 5 seconds ahead of Troy Radford. So Radford quickly running out of time to do anything to gain from these tires he took. So big loss on his part. The only driver that really benefited from taking tires is this 77 machine. He has opened up a 1.3 second lead over Sean Cool. But Sean Cool not letting him get too far away as we go on board with Sean Cool right now. You gotta wonder what could have been if Sean Cool maybe had taken some tires. But don't count this race out yet. We got 9 laps to go. Anything can happen. Wayne McDuff has gotten around the 81 machine, so McDuff up into 4th place. Started tonight's event 3rd. Fell back through the field, but he has made his way all the way back up, and he is sitting in 4th place. So a great run from Wayne McDuff. Good recovery on his part. Brian Rogers is sitting 7th place in that 12 machine. Right behind him is Matt Ostick. And Al Smith in the 96 is sitting 9th, and rounding out your top 10 is Andy Lambert in that 70 machine. Lambert, who started front row outside, falling all the way back here in the 10th place. But he is still out there. Those who are not out there, Ryan Robertson has packed it up and gone home. So has Justin McDuff. So those two have packed it up, gone home. Doug Wysocki, he's out there still with 16 laps down though. But we got 3 laps to go. Riley Stingham out front, leading this thing, looking to pick up another win. I say another win, but another top 5 finish. Here he is, final lap. So third race, third different winner. Give it to Riley Stingham, getting it done here. Checkered flag waving. Your winner, Riley Stingham. So once again, congratulations, 125 laps. He led 99 of them, getting it done in a dramatic fashion. So guys, bear with us as we get ready for our post-race show. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Max Speed post-race show. And we have in the booth with us Riley Stingham, who got it done tonight in the 77 machine, led 99 laps. Congratulations, Mr. Riley.
Thank you very much.
Man, tell us a little bit about the that pit stop and how close you were to going a lap down.
Yeah, so I had Jackson Lewis, who had been running with me the last couple weeks in this league. He couldn't make it to the start of the feature tonight, so he showed up and spotted for me, and he was really the only reason I stayed on the lead lap. So they told us to let the pace car by, and then it told us to catch it, and we were way back, so I wasn't going to get out with 4 tires. So I decided to take 2, and luckily it worked out.
Man, I gotta tell you, you were one of the only drivers that made a pit stop there that did not go a lap down. You took 2 tires, and it really made you super fast. Tell us about how careful you had to be getting through the field after making that 2-tire stop.
Yeah, Jackson took 2 tires at Vegas a couple weeks ago, and he said it freed the car up for him. And I was really hoping that was going to do the same thing because we were on the tighter side again tonight with this setup. And it did not do that. It was pretty tight for me. But I saw Troy had 4 tires, and he ran and got his lap back. And decided if I just took my time and made sure I didn't get anybody, made sure no cautions came out, that he wasn't going to be able to get to us, and luckily it worked out.
Well, man, congratulations, a race win. Like I said, you led 99 laps, dominating performance here tonight. Any sponsors, people you'd like to thank?
Everybody over at hashtag Team Pay the Bills. Jackson Lewis, Matt Ostick ran with us tonight, Michael Beamish, Alex Krapser, Grant Griesbach, Michael Ostick, Jason Hogan, Robert Arch, Derek Kraus, everybody over there. Then I also decided to put Make-A-Wish Foundation on the car this week. I just like what they do over there with their deal. It's pretty cool how they make kids happy with their foundation.
All right, man. Well, again, congratulations. Great job. And I believe this is your first win for the season. You're a 3rd race winner in 3 races. So, wow, great job.
Thank you very much. It feels good after last week. Felt like last week kind of slipped away from me a little bit. So it's good redemption this week. Should put us in the points lead, I'm pretty sure.
All right, well, we'll wait to see how that shakes out. But, yep, we go over the points. We'll go over the points next week, and we might see you up on top.
Thank you very much.
All right, Riley Stingham getting it done here, leading 99 laps, dominating performance, but we cannot count out the driver who finished 2nd place in a great job, started shotgun on the field, Mr. Sean Cool. How you doing out there, man? And tell us a little bit about passing almost every single car out there.
It was a fun night. The cars were a little tight out here tonight, so you kind of had to be careful on how you got around some people, and you had to be patient. But I mean, the track surface was cool. It had that dynamic track surface that iRacing has to simulate the real world is really neat, and played out really good tonight. It was a lot of fun. It was a lot of work. It was a little more physical out there than I would have expected. So that's kind of unfortunate, but for the most part, I mean, it was a lot of fun.
Well, yeah, you won last week, so you had to start shotgun on the field, not allowed to take a qualifying time. How nervous were you at the start of this race, knowing it's Lanier, knowing that everyone's fighting, trying to get to that bottom? What kind of goes through your mind here at the start of this event to prepare you to finish second for this event?
Well, I think that in my case, if you're starting dead last on in the back, you just kind of keep patience in the back of your mind. There's going to be times when guys are racing and you catch them, especially because they're side by side, and you just got to kind of sit there and buy your time and wait until it's your time to go by. Sometimes on the restarts, it gets a little wild, and you got to get what you can get. But for the most part, you kind of just come into it as just got to be patient and buy your time. 125 laps is kind of a short race, but it's still, there's a lot that can happen. So you just kind of take advantage of what you can, within the picture of what's right, and just work your way up to the field as best you can.
Well, man, I gotta tell you, it was an impressive run. You did a great job finishing second. Unfortunately, just one spot shy of that race win, but I really feel no shame there in finishing second. Like you said, had to pick your battles and take your time.
Yeah, absolutely. And next week is if there's one track that I don't really want to start last at, it's Thompson next week. So I feel like I finished pretty much. Hamlin and AJ and I were really, really close today. He was better at some parts of the race, better at most parts of the race, to be honest, if I had to be honest. So I mean, I think that we got the most out of what we had for the car tonight, got the most out of what we could, and put ourselves in a good chance for next week too.
All right, Sean, cool. Well, congratulations on second place. Sponsors, people you'd like to thank?
Yeah, I'd like to thank Pink Ribbon Riders and Race for the Cure for coming on board. I'd like to also thank, if he's out there watching, Hershey's Design Company came on board for the Xfinity Series, so that's pretty cool. I'd like to thank teammates AJ, Justin. Well, I wouldn't say teammates, but I'd like to, thank those guys, the guys that we do a lot of practicing with, Wayne, B-Raj, Mike Holsclaw, all those guys, Jimbo, all those guys that we race with week in and week out. It's a blast every week. I'd like to thank RFC and Race for a Cause for running these things, Andy for running this series. It's always fun to run these short track late models. You guys up in the booth for doing everything you do and everything that makes this thing go around.
All right, man. Well, congratulations once again on second place. That was Sean Cool taking a moment after a dramatic battle through the field, bringing it home second place. Thank you very much, sir.
Anytime. We'll catch you later.
All right, moving on. Third place, Mr. AJ Hamill. How you doing out there, Mr. Hamill?
Oh, it's a wonderful night. Just looking out at the quarter moon and the stars here at Lanier. Got my head out the window, listening to Sean.
I gotta tell you, man, you never disappoint. You're almost always on the podium or top 5 finish, and here you are once again, final spot on the podium. You led some laps, but man, how discouraging was it when you saw that 77 machine on fresh tires come and chase you down and just kind of stalk you and then pass you like you had no talent?
Hey, I had no tires. But also true the other way. It's all about expectations, and this is a place I expect to finish 8th. So, that's a +5 from expectations. So I'm doing all right. I didn't like to see him come through the field quite as quick as he did, but what are you going to do? He had the best car, and he got off pit road and made it work. I was going to try to pit and take the penalty of speeding just to stay on a lead lap if I had to, but when I saw the front 3 pit, I thought, well, let's see what we can do, and I'll take a 3rd. Like Sean said, you don't want to start on the tail at Thompson, so it's like strategically positioning ourselves for next week, but also about all I had for him.
Well, regardless, it was a great race. You're one of my favorite people to talk to, watch race. You're a very smooth driver. Very rarely do you get caught up or cause an incident. But I got to tell you, watching this series, watching everything that happens, and week in, week out, getting to talk to you, it just becomes what are we talking about? We've already said everything we can.
We out of topics? I got some stuff. You want me to throw something at you?
Yeah, throw something at me, man.
All right. How about Wayne McDuff, the third, in his 4th place finish? That's awesome for Wayne. I'm glad you get to talk to him next. 10 more laps, he would have been on the podium. Awesome for Wayne. He's awesome on dirt. Struggles a little on the asphalt. He'll admit that. And awesome to see him have a great run. And Jimmy McIntyre in 5th. Awesome to see him with a top 5. He can get up on the wheel, but sometimes he's too nice. So whatever he did tonight, awesome for him. Glad for those guys to get up here. And that's pretty cool to see. Get some different names up here.
Now, speaking of different names, I'm supposed to call you the Green Mountain Madman. Is there any validity to that? What's the background in that?
Oh, there's so many meanings to that name. We got to have McDuff on here sometime so he can explain, Justin McDuff, as to where he came up with the label. Maybe it just rhymed well, Green Mountain, because I'm from Vermont. I get angry sometimes, not usually on track. Or maybe it's a driving style. Could be both. Depends who you ask.
Well, all right, man. Well, congratulations on 3rd place. Thank you for taking the time for this interview. And as always, man, we'll see you next week. Thompson, 100 laps, strategically finishing 3rd so you didn't have to start at the rear.
Yes, exactly.
All right, Mr. Hamill, thank you again. And we're going to move on now to our 4th place finisher. But our Racing for a Cause for tonight, that is Wayne McDuff. Mr. McDuff, are you there?
Yes, how are you doing, KR?
I am doing great. So tell us, first of all, a little bit about your race. You started 3rd, dropped through the field, but here you are, checkered flag flies, and you wind up 4th place, making AJ Hamill sweat in his boots.
Well, I don't know if he was sweating just yet, but I don't know what happened, honestly. In the start, kind of fell back, and I got the feel for the track a little more. I'm still trying to figure out these asphalt late models. And it was a good car at the end of the race, and I could hook up the bottom line, and I could get good pull off the corner, and it was going pretty well. And it's kind of funny because I started running somewhat of a dirt line around the track, and as coincidental as it is, it started to work. So it's something I'll take note on and try it the next time I race here in the asphalt series. But it was good, and I was closing in on AJ a little bit, and my heart was jumping on my chest thinking I might actually get a podium for once. I just joked earlier how I'd never be interviewed unless I sponsor a race, so I don't know, but it was pretty cool, a lot of fun.
Well, you almost made my job easier as you almost made the final spot on the podium. But we still want to talk about you sponsoring this race. Tell us a little bit about what your cause is for tonight's race.
Well, it's something that not a lot of people really know about. I actually learned from it going to a local dirt track in the region, and a driver had it on his car, and I'm like, I wonder what that is. So I kind of looked it up and found out a little bit about it, and then I found out that the whole story behind the scenario was the guy who raced the modified at the local dirt track, his car owner's son has prader-willi syndrome, and it's kind of like it's a genetic disorder that you can get, and then it can do things such as it can stunt your growth, and you can have a short stature because of that. Some hormonal side of things, like it would give you like a delayed puberty, it could give you a constant hunger, which would lead to a severe obesity, etc. And that's what he suffers from on that main term. A buddy of mine, Rocky Warner, races at all of our local dirt tracks, and if you've seen my dirt cars, and almost every other car except this one, they're all based off of him, basically. One of his older cars he runs because he's a good friend of mine. I like him a lot and like his cars. And Rocky's really close with Dad Parks, whose son Lane has the prader-willi syndrome, and they have to really work on his diet because, like I said about the hormonal side of things, he suffers from a constant hunger. So he can go to a restaurant, he can eat a 5-course meal and he's still hungry, and the poor kid just constantly starving, and you have to cut him off because if you don't, he'll just eat himself to death. To put it in the real terminology of things, it's very unfortunate, and it's a non-curable syndrome, so that makes it even worse. But with studies and advancements in science, technology, and stuff, they've come up with some things they can do to help kind of balance it out, along with a dietary plan and stuff like that. But it's something that you're always going to suffer with, and it's very unfortunate because he's such a cute little boy, and he really loves going to the local racetracks and travels all over with his father and really loves the race cars, and it's just sad to see such a cute little kid like that have such a really tough thing to deal with.
All right, Wayne. Well, that's what we put this on, kind of spreading some word, get the information out. This is racing for a cause. So tonight's cause was one small step for prader-willi syndrome. And man, I gotta tell you, you represented it well. You picked a great race. You had a great night for finishing, and here we are talking about it. So, man, congratulations.
Thanks, KR. I just want to thank Andy and the guys that put this together. And I know I'm still new to it, so it's a lot of fun. And my brother for designing the car, he did a fantastic job on it. And I want to thank you for doing the broadcasting and for interviewing me and having me on the show. I appreciate it.
Hey, you know what? I tell you, I enjoy doing this, and I really enjoy doing this racing for a cause because it might make a difference to one person, and that's what it's all about.
Yeah, absolutely. And I just like Sean said, I gotta give a shout out to the guys that have helped me get to where I am, because without following Sean around the track and AJ around the track and my brother Justin and Al Smith Jr. and just about every single guy I've raced here, because at one time I couldn't get out of last place, and I'm slowly getting a little bit better, but I can't thank those guys enough.
So, all right, man. Well, 4th place finish in your own event, so congratulations on that. And any last things you'd like to say?
I think we pretty much covered everything, but again, just thanks everyone, and thanks Andy, and thank you for putting on the show. And I just want to hopefully follow up this finish with another good one next week, but we'll see what comes with it.
All right, that was Wayne McDuff, tonight's sponsor of the sponsor of tonight's event. Yeah, there we go. I said it right that time. So again, congratulations to Wayne McDuff. Had a great run in his own event, finishing 4th. I gotta tell you guys, that's gonna do it for us here. We're gonna go through the results here. Your winner for tonight, 99 laps led, getting it done, Riley Stingem in the 77 machine. Sean Cool starting shotgun on the field, makes it up to 2nd place. AJ Hamill 3rd, Wayne McDuff 4th, and James McIntyre is going to be 5th. In 6th place, Ricky Harden, Brian Rogers 7th, Al Smith 8th, Matt Ostick 9th, Andy Lambert 10th, and 11th place was Troy Radford. Alex Arans was 12th, Rick Greenway 13th, Mike Holtzclaw 14th, and 15th was Douglas Wysocki. And 16th place is Ryan Robertson. 17th was Justin McDuff. And a DNS was Thomas Quattlebaum. So, guys, thank you very much for joining me tonight. Want to give a shout out to simspeedshop.com, also hremotorsports.com, Elite 7 Racing on Facebook, and the Ohio IndyCar League right here on iRacing. Guys, that's going to do it for me. My name is KR Stolfus. Thank you very much for joining me tonight. This was Racing for a Cause, presented presents One Small Step 125 on MaxSpeedTV. Y'all have a good night, and I will catch you all next week for Racing for a Cause at Thompson Speedway, 100 laps. Until then, have a good night.